guys, it's me, Jen, your pudgy picker, here at my desk. I know I'm a day late. Gosh, I tell you, the last probably 3 to 4 weeks have just been like, oh, crazy. So, we are here for week 53. I'm just going to keep counting. Everybody was like, I don't care, do whatever you want to do. So, this is my weight loss on semaglutide week 53. Now, before I start, of course, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse. I am not in the healthcare field. I have no affiliation with GLP-1, semaglutide, Mochi Health, which is where I get my medication through. I have no affiliation, not sponsored. It's all my own money, my own opinion, and the things I say here are just documenting my personal weight loss. If this is something you think that you might be able to use, speak to your doctor. So, week 53, this covers dates July 2nd through July 8th. My starting weight this week was 210 pounds. My ending weight was 207. So that was a loss of 3 pounds. Now my overall starting weight from July 1st, 2024, it's going to get confusing, was 264.4, making my total loss 57.4 pounds. Yay! I know I've been bumping around and going in circles here the last few weeks, just between not being able to work in my office as much as I do because our AC is still out. I don't want to talk about it. But, so it's been hard to be in my office where it's too hot. On a few of the days it's been in the 90s and the heat index was like 106 or something crazy. So we have AC in our bedroom and we have AC in the kitchen, and that's it. We have the portable, not the ones you stick completely in the window, but the ones you put in that have the tube. Yes, they've been doing really good. So we've been sleeping decently doing that. I know the dogs are just not anxious, but they're tired of being penned up in the same room as us all the time. And I get it. So a lot of times I'll take them and go outside and I'll go sit out with them and I'll read and enjoy the weather. Today, was it today? Gosh, this day has been so long. I'm like, was that today or yesterday? It was yesterday. I mowed my grass, so that was a good 2.5 hours in my yard. And then earlier in the day today, I went and got my blood drawn for a regular family doctor appointment next Wednesday. Yeah, I think it's next Wednesday. Actually, because now that I've been on the GLP-1 for a year, she wanted to do a test and make sure that my my liver function and all that is normal. So I went in, got a blood draw, and of course they spring on me, hey, could you leave a urine sample? I'm like, yeah, whatever. So just ran in, got that done, and then she gets the results and then has them when I go to see her next week. I've also been taking my blood pressure, since I have been taking the blood pressure medication since, golly, it's been like 3 weeks. Yeah, that's crazy. So, yeah, so we'll see. I will hopefully have that information. If not next week, then definitely the week after. So, yeah, I think I see her the 15th or the 16th of next week. Hey, you know what? Let me check my calendar right in front of my face. Yes, it is Wednesday. So maybe I'll do the video a week from today, Thursday. So I'll be another day late, but I should have some information for you. I'm seeing her in the afternoon. So, what else? Appointments after that, I have the week beyond that, the week of the 21st, I have dental cleaning, and then that Wednesday, that weigh-in video is definitely going to be late because that Wednesday, the 23rd, I have an appointment at my dentist, and they're putting in a metal thing to affix a new crown to. So they're sending medication that I won't know where I am or who I'm with. So Mr. Pudgy Picker is going to take me. So I'm probably going to be looped out for that day, if not the day and a half. So we'll see. But definitely taking care of all these appointments, making sure everything's where it needs to be. My side effects this week have been pretty mild. I haven't thrown up this week. Yay! So side effects, I know I had a little bit of nausea today because I took my medication last night. Yeah, I take it on Tuesday night, so usually when I'm recording, it's a day out and I'm just kind of tired. I did take a nap today. It's not unusual for me, so I think that's probably what it is. The first day and a half, I'm kind of tired. Exercise, just been doing yard work and getting things done around the house. My usual stuff. Mood's been pretty good. I've just been a little down about this whole process, just thinking it's taking forever, but I keep having to remind myself that, you know, I didn't get this size overnight, so it's going to take some time to take it off. And I just, I don't know, sometimes I'm like, wow, I'm really doing great. Then other times I'm like, I don't think I look any different than I did, but I know I do. So, you know, it's funny. People always say, oh, trust your heart, and, you know, you'll know when things are time and all that stuff. And you know what? Your mind will lie to you. It sounds terrible, but I don't know. Sometimes your mind can be so hard on you and call you names and treat you poorly. And then other times it's like, oh, you're doing so fine. You can have a treat. Oh, it's no big deal. Everything will be. So, I mean, there's a lot of times when you have maybe something come up and you have this first instinct to be or do something differently, and you have to stop and you have to say, wait a minute, is that real? Is that what I'm telling myself? Is my mood affecting how I'm speaking to myself right now? Those kind of things. And the more, I'd say the less I rely on food to nurture me and calm me and entertain me and all the stuff that I was using food for, is there are difficult emotions that now you kind of have to face them directly. So something comes up and you're not like, oh, I'll just eat some cookies and I'm fine. It's no, you have to stop and say, why am I feeling this way? I ate something a couple days ago that I shouldn't have had, but I had more than I should have had. That's what it was. And you know, you start this beating up on yourself, and then your brain's like, hey, it's fine, everything's going to be great, you're doing so well, and blah, blah, blah. And then your brain goes, yeah, but you've only lost, it's been a whole year, and you haven't even lost 60 pounds yet, and blah, blah, blah. So it's a lot. It's a lot of, you know, testing what you're saying to yourself and holding it to the truth that you hold everyone else to. If somebody tells you something, you're like, yeah, that ain't right. You know, you got to do that to yourself too. So I don't know, has that ever been an issue? I mean, do you think about that? I ate something, like I said the other day, I know where I was going with that. And I was like, why did I do that? Why did I go out? I thought I was doing well. And then I was like, oh, that the night before, me and my husband had a serious discussion. We're fine. But it was about something the outside of us that's affecting us. And, you know, I was a little bit down in them. I was a little down about it, but I was like, yeah, okay, I'll be fine. But my hubby was taking it a little harder than me, and he's still dragging a little bit with the discussion we had. So I think there was a part of that was, you know, when you're sad, I know I'll be okay, but when you see someone you love that's sad, there's really nothing you can do about it. You just kind of have to say, I'm here if you need anything. And I always tell my husband whenever he's having a bad day, and I know there's nothing I can do, I always say, is there anything I can do to make your day better? So I'll say, you know, what do you want for dinner tonight? Or I'll say about this or that, you know, just trying to be more accommodating. But he's like, just don't jump through all those hoops. It's fine, I'll get over it. So you just kind of have to sit and wait. And when things come in clusters as well, you have, you know, no AC, you know, a little bit of bad news we got, and then, you know, dealing with another issue, you know, and it's just all these little things together, and you're just like, ah! You know, it just makes you a little crazy sometimes. So trying not to eat through an emotion, trying to just look at it, deal with it in the moment, decide how I want to file that in my brain, and then moving on with the rest of my day. So It's always a test. It's always, I'm always working on it. And even after a year, you know, I thought I would mentally maybe, I don't know, I thought, well, after a year and losing some weight, certainly it's going to get easier. No, it hasn't. Certain days do fine, do great, you know, wow, I could take on anything, I could make it happen. And then other days you're like, oh, do I really have to make any decision today? So yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing. I am going away this weekend, taking a few days and going down to Columbus with my daughter. We're going to be down there for like, I think 2.5, 3 days, just bumming around, relaxing, swimming in the hotel pool. We usually do that once a year. Usually do 4 or 5 days, but just with all the things that she's got going on, you know, your adult kids now, you're like, hey, let's do this. And they're like, no, I have something else going on. So there's more of that than just, you know, sitting around the dinner table and saying, tomorrow we're all doing this and that. And everybody's like, oh, okay. You know, now everybody's got their own life. I'm glad they do. When my kids tell me, oh, I'm so sorry I can't, or I won't be able to make, I'm like, no, you're going and you're doing. I'm perfectly happy knowing that you have plans and, you know, you're enjoying yourself. And my daughter, her best friend, got married and moved away in the same week. So I know, you know, her butt's been dragging a little bit about that too. So a little bit of a, you know, put your feet up, don't think about things, just enjoy a few days. So that's what we're going to do. I don't think I'll get any footage. When I'm with my family, I just want to be there with them. I don't know if I'm going to do any thrifting. I don't know. Usually when we go, I say, you pick out one bigger thing to do, and I'll pick out one bigger thing to do. And then, you know, we'll have one night we'll sit in the hotel and eat something and, you know, watch a movie and, you know, we'll swim. So that's about all we have room for on this trip. So, yes. So we will see. Also today I got I got a pedicure because I needed it, and I needed that relaxed time. There's a little girl. I'll tell you this story before I sign off. There's this little girl. She's probably 4. She's I think the owner's daughter, and she's running around and she's talking to all the different techs that are working on it. I was in chair number 8, and everyone had somebody getting their feet done. They had extra people working today, thankfully. And so I sat back and I got my eyes closed because I'm enjoying my relaxing time. And I hear the little girl go up to the lady that's working on my feet, and she goes, is she sleeping? And I didn't open my eyes. She goes, no, she's just resting. So kids are so cute. So I guess that's it. I will see you next week. Hopefully have some information on my doctor thing and what she told me about, you know, how my liver enzymes are doing on this medication. So I'm glad that she's following my journey also, and that she is ready to say, I just want to check them. I'm sure it's fine, and I'm glad you're doing well, but I just want to peek in and make sure everything's good. So good for that. So I guess I will see you guys next time. If you got this far, goodness gracious, I don't know, put a little clock or something in there because I'm so late all the time. I just want you to know, and I've said this before, that if you don't see a video on Wednesday, and you may not even see it on Thursday, I'm still holding myself accountable. I'm still writing all those numbers down. I'm keeping track. My steps have been doing really well. I've been using my Fitness Pal. I've been logging all my food and my water and my activity. So, I don't know. I like to write stuff down, but after doing it a year, I was like, I just want to do an app for a while. And any app, once you start using it, it gets pretty easy. So when you first start using it, you're like, oh, this is going to take forever. And then I just poke it in there and it's good. So until next week, I will see you guys. Take care, and I will see you then. Bye.